Hey there everyone, welcome to another video. We are doing a vlog today and in my mind, I put up the vlog category title to get around the fact that this will not be a beautifully edited and shot video. This is a real kind of live and raw and real-time room declutter and cleaning up. You know, I have been on this journey of reorganizing my personal wardrobe for a year or two now, and it's a slow process. It's not like I took everything out, you know, Marie Kondo, what is it? Marie Kondo, the whole thing, KonMari, the whole thing, and decided to like get a whole new wardrobe and now we're done. No, it wasn't like that. I mean, it's been a work in progress, but having my wardrobe be a lot more cohesive and happy now really inspired me to think about how do I make the rest of my space in the same way and give me the same type of satisfaction. So a couple of things you may want to know before I roll the footage for today's vlog is that number one, I do live at home, in case you haven't realized from all the years of watching me. So most of my life or my personal stuff, my personal life is packed into this little rectangle that is my room. So it does include things like all my blogging products, my beauty stuff, my sewing supplies and things, all my other personal hobbies, my arts and crafts stuff, as well as my bedroom, my bed which I'm sitting on, my desk that I work on, and everything else, my shoes, my clothes, everything is packed into this little rectangle. The second thing you may want to know is that I cannot do things like paint my room, hence why it is perpetually this olivey beige, if you would call it that. I like to call it poopy gray or poopy beige actually, and I'm not very fond of the color of this room, but there's nothing too much I can do about it. I also can't put nails into my walls, so I don't hang a lot of things, so there's quite a number of restrictions in terms of how I can decorate the space and how all of my things can go in here. But I have been feeling really inspired to do something to this room. The goal is to get rid of maybe 30 if not 40% of the things that you are about to see. I'm going to roll in a few minutes into some real footage, like exactly what this room looks like as I am seeing it right now. I want to show you the real deal, you know, not a cleaned up version of me decluttering my room, but actually what my room looks like because I live in it. You know, I go to work and I come back and things just get thrown around. I think that's a very realistic situation for a lot of us. So I'd love to hear suggestions on kind of where things could be placed. I'm not going to do a room tour until I've got everything really settled, but today is really about decluttering and getting rid of a lot of things that I no longer use or bring me satisfaction. So I want to talk you through the different parts of my room, the things that I'm going to reorganize, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. So thanks for sitting through the long intro, and let's roll into some real footage. We're going to start with a quick overview of the general layout of my room as I'm beginning to tidy up. This is exactly what I see when I come home from work. As you can see, there aren't a lot of divisionals or sectioning elements in this room. Essentially, I just push everything against the wall and try to make enough space in the middle. A few details about this room in particular is that when we moved in, many of the other rooms were redone with hardwood floors and new carpeting and even new, I guess more favorable wall paint. But this room, I think, was used as an office or storage, so no one really bothered to update this room of the house. So it has the old carpet as well as this, again, olivey beige wall paint, which is really hard to white balance and looks quite unflattering in videos. Hence, I don't prefer to film in this room very often, or if I do, I try to adjust the lighting in post-edit to make it a little bit better. However, I chose this room over the other one in the house because it had the big window that I am so fond of, which gets a lot of natural light. It also faces the street and is just really kind of warm and bright, but a little hot in the summertime though. Most of the furniture pieces in the room are hand-me-downs or just moved around from the house, so nothing really matched. But as you can see, I have a few newer pieces from IKEA which I recently purchased and hope to take with me. Time to get on with the actual decluttering. Now, my goal is to get rid of maybe 30 to 40% of the physical items, especially the ones that I don't use on the regular and I keep for the sake of keeping or for that rainy day, which probably would never come despite the amount of rain that we actually have here. Jokes aside, the top shelf is full of some stationery pieces, some notebooks that are half filled, a couple of my personal books. I don't actually read a lot of fiction books. You'll find one or two that I really love. Mrs. Dalloway, that's one of them. And I keep those on my shelf. Most of these are from my school days. What I have more recently are how-to books, sewing books, crafting books, which are lower on the shelf. Gotta love Fifi as well, Fifi Le Pen up there. The middle shelf is really full of, again, a bunch of loose leaf papers, printer paper, graphing paper, a little bit of bigger stationery items, some empty folders and binders that's easy within reach right beside my computer, as well as, things, receipts from online orders, and the whole side section of that are things from work that I take home. So a whole lot of those things can go in terms of recycling or just be digitalized so I don't have to keep the actual physical copy as they do take up a lot of space, and I'm always feeling like I don't have enough space despite the fact I don't think I have a lot of stuff. So here I'm just going through everything and making sure anything that can go is gone. Now here, this is the bane of my existence, but also the joy of my existence, my shoe collection. It is messy in this corner. I have things kept behind the shoe rack, which is full of the pretty utensils I use for my cooking videos, but I also have shoe boxes everywhere. Beside the clothing and shoe rack are wrapping paper, my ring light, and just bits and bobs that I don't really know what to do with yet. Because everyone in the house shares the front door shoe rack, I keep most of my shoes on this shelf in my room or up in my closet on the very top. I've been really trying to weed out and kind of revamp my shoe collection, if you will, to more comfortable brands like Naturalizer and Clarks and brands like that. So it wasn't too hard to let go of some of these shoes despite the fact that I've had them for a while and I really like them. I think I've come to a point in my life where I just need more comfort footwear to wear for every day. So I've been slowly purging my shoe collection, updating them with new bits and bobs. Of course, there's always going to be a couple pairs of fun shoes, can't deny that. So anything that wasn't really super comfortable or that could be updated with a better basic was donated, so away they went. I often feel like pens and stationery, papers, and such things are really hard to purge and declutter and really let go because they serve such a functional purpose and you really do not want to be wasteful of these things. But at the same time, there are a bunch of odds and bits and bobs that somehow ended up in my room and in my pen holder, which I never use. They're just drying up inside there, and they could be better used in other parts of the house or with other people. So I really took the time to go through every single one of my highlighters and markers and pens and pencils and really just keep the ones that I actually use and reach for on the regular. Everything else got dispersed around the house or to other family members. Now let's be honest here, I have purposely left the most scary part of my room decluttering to the end. My beauty corner. There are a lot of products here, a lot of itty bitty small things that just take a long time, but I was finding that my collection wasn't as personal and as user friendly as I would like. Sometimes I'd be spending ages looking for a certain thing, or I just wouldn't wear other things as often. So this took a lot of courage and harshness to really be firm about what I'm letting go of. Now, while this video is only about 10 minutes and you're watching this in YouTube magic speed, this whole clearing process took about a good 4 to 5 days to really go through every single little piece in my room. But now that it's done, I have a few loose ends to tie up, a few small home goods to buy to rearrange and organize and store some of my bits and ends. But I'm really happy about doing this and really taking the time to thoroughly get rid of things that are not really functional or giving me a lot of joy in my life. So I don't think, I would ever be a minimalist or that's the direction that I'm going. Not at all. But I hope that this was enjoyable for you. I want to hear your thoughts on how you organize your space. And until next time, I'll see you very soon. Bye.